Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Now right now I'm about to go head out and take my girls to school. I gotta drop them off, and then when I come back I gotta do a couple of laundry to get everything done and situated, and then from there, once I pull everything out and put everything away, I'm gonna go have a little sit down. I did a video I think about 11 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. I did a video 11 days ago about my weight loss journey, and also me dealing with this word right here, which is so hard for me to pronounce. I get the word at first and then all of a sudden I can't pronounce it. But anyways, I will be having to sit down talking about that, talking about how it has been, pain in my behind dealing with this situation. I know a lot of females out there deal with the situation, so I'm going to give you my input on how I've been dealing with it, on how I gained weight from it, dealing with a lot of pain. Can't barely do a lot of things when that time of month comes because of this whole bleeding heavy and everything like that. But I'm gonna get into more details once I've finished doing everything around my home. So stay tuned for that video, and make sure to like, share, and also subscribe. And I'll see y'all in a few.
But I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss. Take me back to before I knew. Rewind, take it out of cue. Innocence can be a young man's game. Signed up for the hall of shame. I wish I knew how much I miss. Look the other way. Sun is out, but the sky is gray. What would happen if I took a chance? It's always hard at first glance. I don't wanna, but I know I gotta do it. The truth is hard to swallow. I think I'll chew it.
A few moments later.
How much I miss. I knew.
Alright guys, so I finally got to finish doing my laundry, and now it's time for me to tell you how I found out that I had endometriosis. Hopefully I'm saying it right. If not, please don't come into the comments and try to correct me, because I'm trying to pronounce it the right way. But anyway, in 2012 I did have my last daughter, and I didn't really want to have no more kids, so I did spoke to my doctor and explained to my doctor that I want to get my tubes tied and also burn. So before I did all that, I was actually fine. I was dealing with no type of issues, with my female organs or anything like that. So when that time came, I did have my procedure done. Now, a couple of months down the line, I started receiving, something different with my body. I was getting a lot of back pain. I was getting heavy menstrual, and especially the cramps was so unbearable. I couldn't barely get out the bed, and when I do get out the bed, I would get the pain, and then there was like a whole bunch of blood just coming right down. So I was kind of concerned about that, and I didn't pay too much attention to it actually. But I did contact my doctor, and at first they did check me out. they had sent me to get an ultrasound, the first ultrasound, and they told me that I had like a little small thick lining, and that was like in 2012, on my uterus, that for me to be on the birth control and everything's gonna be fine. So a couple of years down, like in 2015, I did get lumbar surgery on my spine. I did had that, but going down the line, I was getting very extreme back pain that I couldn't barely get up from the bed. I was getting very strong cramps that if I did walk from here, like take a step from here to there, I would start bleeding very heavy, that it would fill up. I'm talking about fill up my pad. And I was kind of concerned about that because I never, dealt with the situation before. So I started noticing that I was gaining weight, and as you can see, my hair was thinning out. And I was wondering why, because usually my hair is very thick and very long, and every time I used to take a shower, my hair would just, when I comb it, it would come right out. So I was kind of concerned, so I did call my OBGYN, and I stated, the symptom that I was getting and stuff like that. So she had made an appointment for me, and I can say that time that I did went was the worst experience that I did have, because when it was time for my appointment and they was doing a pap smear, I had explained to her the symptoms that I was having. And usually when a doctor hears the symptom that their patient is giving them, the first thing they're going to do is have them do some tests and see what's going on. So the lady at this time that was doing my pap smear, she was very rude and very disrespectful, and she said, oh, well, I can't do this, give you anything to do an ultrasound or whatever like that, because you got to set up another appointment. So I was upset. I said, well, I'm giving you all the symptoms. This is the reason why I came here, to get myself checked out to see what's actually going on. She said, oh, well, I can't do that. But I'm telling you, she would have a very nasty attitude. She said, well, I can't do that right now. Right now, we're just going to do the pap smear, and that's it. So I didn't felt it comfortable the way that she was acting. So me personally, I contact my doctor, and I explained to my doctor, like, okay, well, this is what the OBGYN doctor was giving me an attitude, what she was saying, being very rude. She didn't want to check in to see what was actually going on. She wasn't listening to me. So then she goes and she said, well, I'm going to give you a pelvic ultrasound. Go to the, make an appointment, go to the doctor to see what's going on. And so when she gave it to me, I had set up an appointment and everything, and I went to the ultrasound. So when I went in, the lady was doing the ultrasound and everything, and then I had to wait to get the results back. So I went back. I got me a different OBGYN from my primary care doctor, and this time this lady was very nice, and she was concerned about the whole situation that was going on with me. And I explained to her that when it's time for me to get my menstrual cycle, I will be having a lot of lower back pain. I get very bad cramps. The blood gets so heavy that I will be having like blood clots. I'm talking about big blood clots coming out, and I can't barely do anything around my house or even go out because of this, thing that's going on. So when she looked into my ultrasound, she said that I have very thick, thick lining on my uterus, and they're gonna have to do a biopsy. And when I heard about that, I seen everything. I don't know, something about TikTok will get you more scared than anything, because when I was seeing the video and she told me that I had endometriosis, whatever the word is, I'm sorry, but you already know what I'm talking about. I started looking at the TikTok, and that's the bad thing that I could have done, is just look into the TikTok and see how the women are telling that it was very painful and it was like a scary situation for them. So I was scared, I was worried, I was nervous about the situation. I said, okay, so I'm gonna have to go in and get this done to see, what it really is. So the time had came for me to get the biopsy done. I'm talking about, I was so scared and so nervous. I had told the lady, just give me a few minutes for me to calm myself down, and so I'll be able to get this over and done with. So the only thing, she was very nice. She was explaining to me everything, what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, and she was like, very comforting. She was letting me know what she was doing, what's going to hurt, and how long it's going to take. So when that time came, I had, lay down, and she had everything prepared. in there. She said, right now I'm going to clip your uterus, and that's the painful part. So I said, okay. So when I tell you that she clipped my uterus, and that was so painful, I did scream, but not that loud, but it was so painful. Now I can see what the females from the TikTok was saying, that was the most painful part. So she did clip my uterus, and she was going around, and you know, she was making sure that she get everything so it can be tested out. It took about, not for me, it didn't took that long. It didn't took that much. But afterwards, I did had like cramping, but not major cramping. It was like very small cramps. I was spotting and everything like that. So when she had did that, she said that I was going to receive the results like in a couple of weeks or so. So they wanted to make sure that, you know, it wasn't cancerous or nothing like that. So thank God when I did get my results back, it was not cancer. Thank you God for that. But they still, you know, got to keep an eye on it because of the thick lining of the uterus. But for me, I'm still dealing with it. I'm still dealing with the weight gain. I'm still dealing with my hair loss. I do take vitamin for my hair where it not tends to fall out as much as it was falling out before. I am still dealing with the back pain, and also, well, ever since she did the clipping to my uterus, I don't bleed as heavy as I used to bleed. I bleed once in a blue very heavy, and I'm thankful for that. But for me, I actually was thinking to myself, could I had gotten this due to me getting my tubes tied and me getting my tubes burnt. So I don't know. It was a lot of questions. I didn't even ask my doctor, and they're saying they don't know if that could have been the cause of me having it or not. But that's the feeling that I got, because before I didn't have my tubes tied or burnt. I never had this type of issue, never had this type of problems until I had my tubes tied and also burnt. So I don't know if it's me blowing it out of proportion or if it's me. I'm thinking maybe that could be the main cause I'm dealing with this. Now, they wanted to do a IDU, the birth control thing that goes up there. She wanted to do that, but I didn't want to do that because I did had, it's an IUD, there you go. I didn't really want to do that because I had that before, and that's how I ended up pregnant with my last child. And I didn't want to do that, take any chances and all like that. So she wanted me to take birth control pills, but for some reason the birth control pill messes up with my hormones, and I don't know, it's like weird to me. I just can't take it because I be feeling very different when I take those type of birth control and all. But not right now. I'm not dealing with no certain pain as of yet, thank God, because my mental cycle is not around. But I don't know what other step I might take if I'm continuing to have this type of pain and continuing to bleed heavy. Like I said, when she did clip my uterus to get some samples and stuff like that, I really don't bleed as much as I used to bleed, and I don't be having back pain the way I used to have back pain. Now, don't get me wrong, I do get back pain, but it's not as extreme that it was before. So I don't know, you know, and that's going to play out, but I am going to really keep an eye on it. I do have an appointment coming up in a couple of months, so I'm going to see how everything goes from there. And, you know, I'll hopefully people that are dealing with the same thing I'm dealing, I hope that, you know, everything goes well for y'all and y'all take care of it the best way y'all can take care of it. And that's it. That's the story of me having this this word right here. And I know a lot of females go through it, so hopefully everybody gets past this, and you know, my story could be your story, somebody else's story. So guys, this is all that I have for y'all today. So just leave a comment down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.